Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today with Jurassic World Evolution 2, we will be making the best Jurassic Park. And we're going to be concentrating here not on campaigns, not on anything, not even on difficulties. We're just going to concentrate on making the most beautiful park that we can make. And so to do this, we're going to be starting in the corner. I love starting in the corners of maps as you can expand either side or you can make like a big loop like this. I feel like it's better than going maybe starting in the middle here, as in the middle you don't have, I feel you don't have that much choices because you're right here, and so you have to go right or left here. The loop cannot be super nice. I mean, maybe I'm just saying a whole bunch of BS, but I just have a feeling that starting in corners is just so much better. You can do much more. All right, so enough talking. Let's start with our park introduction. And to do so, we're going to be starting with my favorite interest, the Jurassic Park, the classic one. And it just makes sense because some other arrival points, they come in by foot. But if you look at the background, it just doesn't make any sense. And this one's a little thatched hut. I really love it. So we're going to start with this. And what we're going to do for our park to be beautiful is we're going to make a natural ecologic park where dinosaurs are not just going to be in their enclosure. They're going to be in a living, breeding world, and we're going to be trying to make their enclosure as natural looking as possible. So this is going to be our starting point here. We're going to have our facilities on the right side. We're going to leave the entrance here. So that is where people start off coming into the camps. And this is where they'll be leaving from the camps. Well, they can go any path they choose to. They could go this way if they want to. But this is going to be the main idea here. To start off, we're going to welcome our new visitors with a little candy dinosaurs. There's going to be a little enclosure around here, and this is just going to be like the welcome party, basically. So first thing first, we're going to be creating the welcome of the guests, the welcome area. So basically, they come off the helicopter here. There's a little point they can come here on the side to take a breather from the ride. I'm sure guests don't want to stay sat down though, and so we've had some problems with guests just venturing off into the forest, getting lost, having had to, send people to look for them. It was a big hassle. So in this effort, we've used an this site was chosen because there was old buildings and old clearance. There was already a whole lot of stuff cleared already. So we've selected this site for this reason, hence why there's a little bit of buildings around here. And anyway, there was this wall around here still standing. So this is where we made our base, and this is added feature here to stop the guests from venturing out, kind of letting them know that, listen, this is off limits. So we've planted some shrubs and we've planted some trees as well. In time, these will grow pretty big. This shrub and this shrub was already there growing on the wall. But yeah, so these are little planters. These are meant to just look beautiful as the guests sit there and enjoy the view. But as we go further, these will become big shrubs and big trees, and basically will be like a natural gate. So this is the idea here. We've put a little bathroom around here so that guests can walk around here and go to the bathroom and get back to their business. Kids can play in this grass if they want to. Over here, we haven't added anything yet. We've not surprisingly had any problems with guests venturing off over there. It's mostly, people that were getting drunk around here and then climbing the little wall, having a little bit too much fun. So these are the added precaution that we've got. And over here was the first installation of Howard Park. And so you see here, there's the maintenance shed. There's a little watchtower here just for the local fauna, like bears, pumas, things like that. We've had the water tower to keep people supplied. So this is basically where it all started out. There's still some trees down because people like to make some campfires. We're gonna have some tables and chairs too. And over here we have a little office where people can sleep, basically. And so this is the start of the park. And these are the people that started it all out. The tables are hatted, and so you see people, they came out of their office, they installed some tables here. They like to take a drink at night or whatever they're fancy, take a little break from work here. It's unfortunate we don't have any, I'm using vanilla, so we don't have any campfire type thing camping. That would be really cool. I would have placed it probably around here, close to the woods. It's okay though. We gotta work with what we've got. All right, everyone. And so I think we're done for the day. We have finished our main entrance. And so basically we've discovered more buildings that were left from the previous expeditions or whoever was living there. So we made use of the buildings. We didn't destroy them. We just built upon them. There's a building here, and there's a building here as well. And so these are going to be the bathroom. We've got Mike's and Chef's here, which is our first restaurant of the park. It is the one people go to when they first arrive. There's a little area here to bring the garbage in and out, or maybe a delivery truck coming in here, although I guess delivery trucks probably, well, they'll find some way to come to the park. But yeah, so there's a larger entrance here and a smaller one for the back of the restaurant. There's a little place for employees to take their break outside. And over here, guests can come in and have their first bite with their first dinosaurs. So like I said, this is just a little bit of eye candy, just a little bit of wow factor. Like, hey, welcome to Jurassic Park, and here's your first dinosaur that you're going to be seeing. So these are going to be the Omalocephali dinosaurs. They lived in a climate that is high altitude forest, which is what I've tried to make it look like. I wish there were fog machines in this game so that you could have some fogs to your enclosure, but there isn't. So there you go. So that's the first habitat that we're gonna have here. It's a nice little one for guests to just come in. And the first staff installation as well is over here. There's a little place for them to be seeing the dinosaurs released, just to make sure that, everything is fine. But they can also go on the top too over here if they want to see better. So we're going to take a walk around the park. And so this is the daytime area. Let's change into the night. All right, here we are. We have just arrived into Jurassic Park. Let's go behind a little bit. So this is the we cannot, but this is the area that guests and kids can walk into and have a little bit of fun here on the grass while they're waiting. Maybe they're waiting for the rest of the family to come by helicopter. They might be waiting for a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know. Other than for family and friends, I'm not sure why they would be waiting there. They might be sick from the helicopter, so that is a little rest area for them. Whatever may be their reasons, there's a little spot there for them. And they can also play in the grass. So let's go into the front. Let's say that we've done waiting. Everyone is here with us. Welcome to Jurassic Park. No, this is not the main entrance of the park. This is just you arriving to the park. And so let's walk off. You're welcome with a nice little green light. Over here on the right, this is not for us to go, so there's a little barrier. This is only for staff over there. And we're presented here with, well, it says Jurassic World. It doesn't matter. It is basically the same thing, but this is the green light from the herbivore habitat, and obviously there's a lot of red light here because we have not yet got our first introduction, and so it's important to make sure that guests do not venture, especially little kids. Adults, we told them in the helicopter ride they should be fine, but little kids and things like that, there has to be a barrier for them and a menacing red light, like do not come across here. This is dangerous. And so, yeah, so this is it. You can see dinosaurs around. You can hear them, if not. Oh, there's one. Wow. Here we are in Jurassic Park. The adventure begins. All right, so let's walk. Now, obviously, we're not supposed to go across this barrier. This is the forest. We have no business there. This is where it all began, as I said previously, that we added the tower over here, the radio tower, for communication purposes. And this is where the original staff were. There's still a few people in this building. And the maintenance shed. Alright, let's get back on track here. So our first restaurant, Mike and Chef. Some employees on the side here. Over here is the behind. If you want to take a break, you spend it here. And that's why the restaurant decided to make the behind beautiful to look at with some potted plants, is because they're thinking about their employees, having to take a lunch, or other people might want to be working around here, the garbage. It's nice little scenery. It's a stopgap to the forest behind as well. And just overall a cozy ambient. Very nice lights. This is, made to relax here. Now you take your bite from the restaurant, and you can eat inside, of course, but there's limited place, and so you might want to come in here and sit at one of the table, hearing the dinosaurs in the background. You can also, this is a place to view them, and yeah, you can see the dinosaurs over there. If you're lucky. The seating area looking pretty good. Put your trash in here and go to the bathroom. Looking pretty rough, that bathroom, not gonna lie. But why would we destroy buildings that are still in working orders, more or less? And so that is it for today's episode. Next episode, we're gonna go and build around the foundation. Oh, and by the way, I put these trees around here to mimic the area from the dinosaurs. I might add some hills as well on the outside for people to look at, just kind of to mimic the area of these dinosaurs a little bit more. But yeah, next episode we're going to focus on adding stuff from the staff building, and we're gonna probably make our first entry into the park, which will be around here. And this is gonna be the main entrance. So you just arrived, you've relaxed a little bit from your trip. Maybe you want to book into a motel, so we might put a motel around here somewhere. and then you're off to go to the park. Maybe the motels will be after the main entrance of the park. You're not supposed to spend too much time here. You're just supposed to unwind from that helicopter ride. And so I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you did, like and subscribe. I will be making more for your enjoyment and for mine too. I think it's a fine game to relax to, and I really want to make this park beautiful. All right, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Goodbye.